It's a busy night for many drivers out there. Friday night is a money night. Saturday night is a money night. Some people stay indoors, right? Now, back in October 2022, Lyft quietly, pretty much unannounced, didn't want the drivers really to get wind of this, started charging Lyft riders wait time fees. Wait time fees. And if you go back in this channel, I addressed it immediately. And I said, what good are wait time fees if you are possibly, right, we did not know yet, but if you possibly not going to get a single cent of those wait time fees, right? This is your money, right? You're sitting there. You've already done the online contract. You've accepted that individual. You're waiting. Lyft is charging them, bookmarker in the house. Lyft is charging them quite a hefty fee for waiting, right? For keeping you at that location. And a minute goes by, they get an extra fee. Another minute goes by, they get an extra fee. Algorithms keeping track of the rider. Naughty boy, naughty girl, you are late. This is what you get charged. And I said, watch, you're not going to get a single dollar, not a single cent out of those wait time fees. And people were saying, oh, that's the best news. That's great news. What good is a wait time fee if you are getting 0.00 of that wait time fee? The only beneficiary, the only person that makes money is Lyft charging the rider for the wait time fee. And the rider's pissed, right? The rider's already paying 50% more than average. Oh, now they want to start charging me for wait time fees? Screw that. The rider's not getting a tip. What I said back then, every possibility of a tip is just gone out the window with this wait time fee. And watch, you're not going to get a single cent. And actually, a lot of drivers were super, super excited about this wait time fee. And then, as drivers noticed, hang on one second, they're talking to riders. The rider's complaining to the driver, oh, by the way, I got charged a wait time fee. Let me see if I got any part of that wait time fee. No, I didn't get a single cent out of that wait time fee. And news traveled fast. And reality is that you're not getting anything of that wait time fee. So people were getting, Jesus, it looks like it's like a zombie right outside of my car. It's like staring at me. Jeez, like, it was like literally up front of the car, like looking inside. Hi, zombie. And I was moving on. Brr, brr, brr. Weird people outside here. Anyway, I'm just keeping an eye there. I don't want them to bang my car or something. They look like they're on meth or something. But here's the thing. So drivers were vocal. Drivers were putting it out there. Drivers started, and I really was one of the first people to make a video on that. It's a fact, because it was just announced, and I said, watch, Lyft is not going to pay the driver a single cent of that wait time fee. This is the next best con to create higher margins. And as drivers started complaining, as it started picking up on social media, guess what? A couple of the big outlets, especially the tech outlets, started reporting on this. And they contacted Lyft, and they said, hang on, you going out there, let me get this straight. You're charging a rider extra for wait time, but the drivers are reporting to us that they are not getting a single cent. Misty Webb's in the house. Thank you. So, out comes Katie Kim. Guess who Katie Kim is? One of those hundreds of spokespersons. Have you heard that name before? Spokesperson, right? Oh, this spokesperson, this spokesperson. So this spokesperson, Katie Kim, comes out and says, we're going to start paying Lyft drivers their share, doesn't say how much, of wait time fees. And that's just after complaint after complaint after complaint was coming in, inquiry after inquiry from the media. There's so much pressure on Lyft. And this is thanks to you. This is thanks to the driver community. Let me just show you this zombie. It's freaking me out. Zombie! Here's a zombie. Let me call the zombie. What's up?
You enjoy hiring gorillas to eat and cook my kids?
Gorillas? Wait, I only hired 2 gorillas. I hired gorillas to eat her kids. That's the fucking weirdest thing I've ever heard. Lady just said, I hired gorillas to eat her kids. That's weird. That zombie I was just talking about came up to my window and said, you hired gorillas to eat my kids. That's like the most bizarre statement I've heard in 2023. I hired gorillas to eat her kids. She's like totally on meth. And I'm not making this up. She was right here. You guys saw. Proof's in the pudding, right? But anyway, Clint's in the house. Let's move on from zombies, because there are zombies around me here. A couple of meth people. I'm just watching them closely. I'm like in some little side alley. But I have my toy in the car. I have that 9mm toy in the car. So if I have to pop a couple of zombies tonight, so shall it be. So shall it be. We'll do some zombie hunting. Anyway, a little bit of fun, a little bit of humor there, but reality is, and this is serious, is that we weren't, since October 2022, Lyft drivers were not getting a single cent of this wait time. The only people that were reaping the rewards was Lyft. And they came under so much pressure, repeating this quickly here, that they had to send out Katie Kim. Now, Katie Kim, I don't care if you're a female or a male. Sounds like a female. I need you to pull your head out of your ass for a second and listen up, right? Because when Katie comes, there's some really, really disturbing words in her language. She knows, she acknowledges, obviously, that drivers should see money of this wait time. So she says, comes out with an announcement that Lyft will start paying a share of the wait time to Lyft drivers in upfront markets, in the markets where they charge upfront fees, right? Now, honestly, the way Lyft and Uber are marketing upfront fees, right, as if it's like some sort of transparency tool. Oh, we're doing you this massive favor. We're being absolutely transparent with the upfront pricing. But drivers really see it as a disguised pay cut. They really do. The way drivers interpret upfront pricing, it's a disguised pay cut. Lyft and Uber say, oh, it's an amazing transparency tool that helps the driver. We can fight back and forth. But the sad thing is they have to send out a spokesman who then comes, oh, we will start paying part of those wait time fees in the markets where we are doing upfront pricing. So if you are in a market where they are not doing upfront pricing, she doesn't want to commit to this, but basically what she's telling you in a roundabout way, if you read between the lines, is that going forward from today onwards, you will only get paid. And I want drivers to report back to me on this. Did you see a part of that wait fee or waiting fee that your client, that your rider paid, show up in your app as your payment going into your bank account, right? Apparently, it's supposed to start right now. Now, when Katie Kim was asked, hang on, we are in February 2023. You've been running all these shenanigans since October 2022, when you came out with this upfront pricing and when you came out with these wait times. Will the drivers, she was asked this tough question, and it's a really good question, right, by the editor. Will your drivers receive retroactively, all those hundreds of millions that you charged for waiting fees since October 2022? Will the drivers see their share? Guess what? Katie Kim would not answer. She would not answer. The journalist who was writing the story wanted an answer, did not get an answer. So that goes to show you how these companies roll. And it's the classic, let's F-U-C-K over the gig worker, the driver, the rideshare driver, the food delivery driver, until we get caught. And when we get caught, we will send out spokespersons, Katie Kim, for example, we'll quieten the storm a little bit, and we'll make some concessions and say, oh, guess what, we will pay. And usually the company has to get sued first, right? And by the way, I'm going to make a video tomorrow. Did you know that Uber got sued for they settled for $248 million with Waymo? Why? Because of all the intellectual property they stole, right? It's all about stealing. It's all about bait and stealing from you, the driver. How much can we take from the driver? How much wait time money can we take from the driver, 100% for ourselves, before they notice, before they start turning to the media, before the media starts turning to us asking the tough questions, and we have to send people out, a spokesperson like Katie Kim. Katie Kim, it is disgusting what your company is doing to drivers, taking their wait time money. You're charging the client for the driver's work. The driver sitting there has already engaged and accepted that contract. It's already contractually binding because they've accepted that trip. You are charging the client, but you are not paying the driver a single cent of that wait time. So, and when you come out, because you've been busted now, because it's embarrassing, and you're saying, oh yeah, we will start paying wait time to drivers in upfront markets, but when you were asked, will you pay retroactively all those hundreds of millions of dollars that you already capitalized on, charging your rider wait time where the driver did not receive a single cent of that wait time, will you pay them from October 2022 till February 2023? No answer. No answer. Happy homeowners in the house, right? So I find that disturbing, Katie, right? I find that disturbing how you word it. And you should be ashamed, because it's actually called theft. You have once again, you have made contracts on our behalf. Apparently we're independent contractors. You've entered into contractors involving us with your riders, with your clientele, but you're not paying us for that, right? My guess is that is a massive, massive, massive class action lawsuit coming for retroactive, because these attorneys are going to say, hang on, why are you paying now? What about those? What about October? What about November 22? What about December 22? What about January 23? What about February 2023? Mark my words, the class actions are coming. Dylan Gannon in the house, right? The happy homeowner says, where are you from? So I was born in Washington, D.C. I grew up in Europe and South Africa. And I have been in the United States since 1998. Scott Tucker's in the house, right? So that, my friends, is disturbing. It really, really is disturbing, right? And, I mean, is this risk, right? This constant baiting and switching, bullshitting, stealing. I mean, it's a massive risk for Lyft, right? Because they are losing drivers. A lot of drivers are not putting up with the nonsense anymore, and then they leave. And then Lyft and Uber have to pay these ridiculous recruiting fees, right? Marketing fees to get in fresh drivers. Road Warrior Rick in the house, right? And with all the decreasing incentives, right? There's no incentives with Lyft, right? They're stealing your wait times, they're doing this, they're baiting and switching. Drivers saying, why am I driving for this company? I mean, this is what it has deteriorated to. They're charging the riders 50% more. They're not passing those monies on to me. They're charging the riders the wait times. They're not passing those monies on to me. They're not running any incentives anymore for me. And there's no more incentives. So why am I wasting time on Lyft? And it's hurting Lyft, right? You wonder why Lyft is so low, $10 something or $11, right? You wonder why so many of these drivers are now back on the Uber platform. They've completely deserted and left Lyft. Riders are complaining that they can't get cars summoned in a certain amount of time. They're waiting, no driver. And Lyft is falling apart. Now, I don't know if you are listening to this, Katie Kim, the spokesperson. I don't know if you're listening to this video, Logan Green, John Zimmer, the founders, the CEO of Lyft, right? But the problem that you have in front of you is so massive, right? This risk is so big. The things that you're doing are so risky. You're alienating your drivers. They are leaving. And the only true beneficiary of all your stupid mismanagement is Uber, right? Uber is the only one benefiting from complete mismanagement on Lyft's side. So if you take a step back, and I hope that Logan Green and John Zimmer take a step back and say, shit, our stock is worth nothing. We have been doing this to the drivers over here, and we've engaged, in all of these new experimental money-making ideas, including taking money on wait times. Let's take a step back and let's go back to basics. And when you go back to basics, you start looking, where are the problems? Okay, hang on one second. We overcharged the rider too much. So let's gently come down, right? You can do sort of targeted marketing towards all your riders, right? You got to give up a little bit right now, Lyft, to your riders, because you're losing them. You've run high risk. You've charged 50% more. You're charging them for wait time. The riders are finding out the drivers are not receiving the wait time. The riders are finding out that only a percentage of their tips reaches the drivers, and they say, hang on, maybe the drivers are not the bad guys, right? Lyft is the bad guy. So the risk of alienating the rider is through the roof. The lift of alienating the driver is already very, very well known. What do? How do we save this ship? Because this ship has a lot of holes. This ship is going down, Logan Green and John Zimmer, and you better start plugging fast and furiously, right? You better start plugging that Titanic so quickly, because it's going glug, 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 glug down. So there have to be some quick, fast countermeasures in place like Monday, like this Monday. There got to be some big announcements, right? Because otherwise you're just sabotaging and destroying your business. And the only true beneficiary is Uber, right? There's a lot of media attention on Uber right now. Oh, Uber stock is doing great. Lyft is tanked. Lyft is the little brother. There's only a little brother of Uber following, the follower. Uber, the leader. I mean, just listen, read the language lately in the last 10 days since the quarterly earnings announcement, right? It's all pro Uber. Good Uber, bad Lyft. Good Uber, bad Lyft. And you say to yourself, hey, I'm the CEO, I'm the founder of Lyft. What do I do? Well, you got to stop. Dennis Dahl says it's our time, our expense. 100%. 100%. It is your time. They have already engaged in a contract. You've already accepted that person. So this is already a legally binding agreement from that moment onwards, right? They have provided you with a rider, you have accepted, you have a binding contract, and now they already start, they start charging the wait time. And like you said, you correctly 100% said it, that it's your time, our expense, right? Our gas that's running our time. And another crazy thing. I thought that Dara was the only crazy guy out there, right? When he came out on Bluebing and said, oh, the drivers are making $39 an average. A couple of weeks later, he corrected himself. He said, it's $36. This spokesman, Katie Kim, I'm going to leave you the link underneath because I've read the article 4 or 5 times. She says that Lyft drivers are earning, listen to this, Katie Kim, pull your head out of your arsehole, or if you are an ostrich, pull your head out of the sand, because she says that Lyft drivers are making an average of $35 an hour. See how 35 is so close to 36? That's what Dara said, we're making 36 an hour. Because if she would come out and say, oh, you know what, we were making 28, Lyft drivers would say, well, making $28 on average there, if I believe them, but I could be making 36 on average if I believe Dara. So they keep it right there. They spin the same bullshit. Dara says 36, Katie Kim says $35. Now, Katie, you and I and the rest of the world know that Lyft drivers are not earning $36 per hour on average. We know that. So why would you go out once again and lie to your money makers, to your drivers, and lie to your riders, and lie to the public that Lyft drivers are making $35 an hour? They are not, right? And what Lyft is basing that on is on engaged hours. So hours only when you are driving, right? Are you actually making $36 per hour? But reality is, Katie Kim, if you would actually get into our car, into our world, right? There is such thing as downtime, right? So you're sitting around, you get a trip, and you have to factor everything in. You're sitting and waiting time, you're driving to the rider time, the actual engaged time, right? It's basically like phase 3 when you're actually delivering them. Everything has to be accounted for. You cannot just come out swinging and say, oh, they're making $35 per hour based on the engaged time. That is not how you can work the numbers. You have to look at everything. You have to look at a full 5-hour shift. If I am working from 1 to 6 p.m., 5 hours, what am I making in the 5 hours? The way Lyft calculates it, right? They only say, okay, well, they made like $70 in 2 hours, and in 2 full engaged driving hours. But in reality is that we're actually there for 5 hours, right? So if you start taking the $70 that Lyft claims that you made on engaged time in 2 hours, and you've actually been doing a full shift, started your job, started the car at 1 o'clock, ended back at home at 6. It's a full 5 hours. You made $70. In reality, you're only making 12. You're making 12, Katie Kim. You're not making 35. So stop bullshitting drivers, because we are smart enough to know we don't fall for your cheap tricks anymore, right? We are not going to put up with the nonsense anymore. We're not going to tolerate the fact that you are coining and keeping all the wait time fees. We are not tolerating and putting up with the fact that you are stealing our tips. We are not putting up with the fact that you are not offering incentives anymore, and that you are shortchanging us, and that you are cutting our pay, and that you are, engaging in a 70 you, 30% us scenario, and you continue to bait and switch us day after day. We are not engaging with that anymore, because we are not that stupid, Katie Kim, right? So please, when you come out, you're just embarrassing yourself when you start throwing around big numbers, and you're actually, it is so condescending, it is so rude towards your driver base because you say, you know what you're actually saying? You are too stupid to understand what management does at Lyft. Katie Kim, welcome to the fucking real world. We know exactly what you are doing. We know how to calculate. We don't even need a calculator for that. We can do basic math. We do understand what our costs are. We do understand what maintenance and gas fees are. We do understand what engaged time fee is and dead hours and waiting time. Do not sell us as stupid, Katie Kim, right? So this woman owes gig workers, at least all Lyft gig workers, a massive, massive apology, right, Katie Kim? You owe your workforce a massive apology because you are treating them like stupid imbeciles and say, well, they're too dumb to understand this. We are not that stupid. We fully understand what you are doing to us, right? So end the nonsense and start offering true transparency and start talking the truth, because we know the facts. We gather the facts, we break them down, we do the numbers, we know what you are paying us. So stop or quit bullshitting us, start being transparent and stop lying. Stop lying, right? You just assume that we're just too dumb, too stupid, and we will not understand what you are doing to us. We're fully aware and we fully understand crystal clear what you are doing to us. This is why, Katie Kim, I got to educate you a little bit take you into our world. I invite Katie Kim into our world for a second. When you bullshit us, or when you start assuming that we are too stupid to understand, right? And we actually know that you are lying to the media, coming out, making these crazy spokesperson announcements, 36 per hour, blah, 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 blah. And, we're going to start paying them. But no, we screwed them over from October 22 till now, but now we're going to start paying them. Listen up, Katie Kim. There is such a thing as social media, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Right now, I'm calling you out on YouTube. And I know we have 86 people in the house that'll probably grab the link and tweet it or retweet it or drop it in their Facebook page. We are going to keep on exposing you, Katie Kim, because this is our weapon, right? Our weapon is to connect with the public and educate the public that we know what you are doing. Don't sell us for stupid. Dear public, we know exactly what they are doing to us. And how are we connecting with the public? How are we connecting with the riders? Through Twitter, through Facebook, through YouTube, through TikTok, through Instagram, through Shorts, through YouTube Shorts, through Instagram Shorts, etc., etc. You see the pattern? This is how we show these companies we're not that stupid. We are not that stupid. Al Jolly says, like and share. Do me a favor, ladies and gentlemen. We have 32 likes, right? I'm pouring all my energy into this one because I really want to expose this lady for who she is, right? She's a fraud. Katie Kim, you are a fraud. And you're assuming we're just too stupid to not understand your world or your language. We fully understand what you are doing. We fully understand how you are conning us. We fully understand how you are screwing us over. And if I may use some polite French language, we fully understand how you are fucking us from behind, right? So don't sell us for stupid. And I urge people, the way we are winning this, because the media is paying attention, the media is interviewing drivers, the media is seeing how angry we are, the media is seeing how vocal we are on social media, and you have, thank God, you have a company like TechCrunch that just exposed the story. They called on Katie Kim and said, hey, hang on, the drivers are not getting the money, the wait time money. What's up with that? You have a contract, a binding contract, you are collecting, they are not receiving. So we are forcing the media, we are engaging the media to ask the tough questions and call these people out. So guess what? We are winning this race. Keep on doing what you are doing, ladies and gentlemen, because you are doing a damn good job, right? Subscribers, friends of this channel, of all the other channels, you are doing a phenomenal job engaging with social media, holding up the mirror to these people and saying, enough is enough. None of these stupid shenanigans, none of these bait and switch scams, none of these stealing tips, none of these stealing wait time fees, etc., etc. Enough is enough. And we're exposing them. And you guys are doing a phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal job, right? Let that sink in. That is a massive compliment from me to all of you, right? You are exposing how they are basically misleading the public, right? They spin it one way. They try and push a story out there. They bring out a spokesperson who is on their payroll. But you are actually putting the transparency back into the game. You, the drivers, you, the gig workers, are exposing these misleading techniques that they are engaging in. And for that, my friends, I applaud you. For that, my friends, I thank you, right? I thank you, right? Because, yeah, you're right. AI says they sugarcoat it. They sprinkle all little fucking sugar all over, put a little bit of cream and more little sugar and, look, make it pretty. When you scrape all that sugar, all that toxic sugar and all that bullshit custard and cream off, and you get to the core of their bullshit, right? That's where we shine the lights on the cockroaches. Hang on, stop sugarcoating it, because this is what it is, right? This is what it is. So Katie Kim, we are calling your ass out, right? I don't know what you are doing with Dara, or you guys maybe have your little afternoon meetings or after hour meetings in his office. I do not know if you are doing something with Dara, but you are so deep up his ass. You're so deep. These spokespeople are so deep up Dara's ass. This chick might be, who knows what has going on with Logan Green and John Zimmer. But you are coming out and you are bullshitting for them. That's what they're paying you to do. That's what Logan Green or John Zimmer are paying their spokesman, Katie Kim, to go out into the public and lie for them, to sugarcoat it. Bullshit. Katie Kim, you are a cheap trick. We called you out. Katie Kim. And you owe all those drivers retroactively, Katie Kim. Logan Green, you owe those drivers retroactively all the tips that you stole and all the wait time money that you guys put into your greedy accounts and investor accounts. Shame on you, investors. Shame on you and executives for stealing. I'm going to call your asses out. Stealing from the drivers, right? Oh, we're not going to answer this question if we're going to pay you retroactively. If you don't pay us retroactively, guess what we do very well? Or guess what this guy does very well? I work with 12 law firms. We send in the troops. The troops are called attorneys. And then they start writing the papers and they file, plaintiffs, the drivers, defendants, the companies. So you're going to be defending, paying until you're able to speak the truth, until you stop misleading and assuming that drivers are stupid and don't understand, right? Wake up call. We understand. Wheezy says, one of my riders told me about this month ago. I didn't even know this was going on. This is exactly how they want this to play out. They don't want you to know that this is going on. They quietly introduced the wait time fees. Then riders started noticing, shit, I'm being charged for wait time fees. Drivers still did not know. Not a single driver was informed about this. But guess what? Because we are not stupid, because we have these lips and we have these vocal cords, we engage in conversations intelligently with riders and say, hang on, what just happened there? Or let me look at your receipt. They're charging you for wait times? Oh, look, this is what I'm getting. This is what you're paying. Something's wrong here. And we figured it out, as we always do, right? The rider asked me if I get the money. I was dumbfounded. Exactly. Because like, what? I'm not getting that money. So the company, ladies and gentlemen, and attorneys, listen up. October 2022 till February 2023, retroactively, these companies owe us wait time. Go and sue them. Not only will you, dear attorneys, make millions and millions of dollars, but at least start getting some money back for us, right? Because a lot of the drivers just don't know how to sue or don't know how to go to small claims court. And by the way, I'm going to give Gig Rocket a little plug here. If you were ever deactivated or wrongfully deactivated or denied access at an airport, please go over to Gig Rocket, sign up there so that we can get you reactivated, right? So Angel said passenger paid $30, I got $7. Okay, let's do the math, right? That's less. If it was 28 and you got 7, you could say, oh, it was 1/4, 25%. That is less than 25%. That's probably more like a, I don't want to say an 80-20 split, but it's probably more like a 78-22 split if you had to break it down. They pay 30, you get 7. And for that $7, what did you have to do? Dead miles there, waiting time, gas fees, driving time, did all of that. There's another zombie. Another zombie. Let me show you the zombie land here. What's up? What's up?
Hey, what's up, brother?
How are you, buddy?
Can you spare some food or anything?
I don't have food, but I'll gladly give you water. I don't have food.
Okay.
But if you want to go over to...
Spare $1 if you can.
I will give you $1 so you can go over and get yourself some food. How about that?
Okay.
Let me give you $1. Target's right next door. Are you hungry?
Yes.
Good. Say hi to my friends here. 1 second.
Hello.
Here's my friend here. What's your name? Say hi.
My name's Keith.
Keith, there we go, my friend. You made 2. God bless you, my friend. Go and get yourself some food.
Okay.
Much love. So, that's LAX is busy tonight. Busy tonight. I've got 92 people in the house, 48 likes. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen, and send, God bless you too, Angel. Go and send Katie Kim. Go and send Katie Kim a message. Go and send Katie Kim a message. Say, stop bullshitting us drivers. We see through you. We see through your shenanigans. All right, my friends. The time has come to start enjoying the weekend or go. I'm making money. Big money day again today. It was about $700. Yesterday was close on to $800. The day before was about $600. So it's been a good 3 days and I haven't worked much. Katie Kim, look her up. Spokesperson. Boxer Boy in the house. Tudor Rose in the house. Money isn't funny in the rideshare world. JR in the house. Love your channel. Love you back. Thanks for the motivation, Dennis. You're welcome. Private rides. You know, Tina Turner had that song. I'm your private dancer, dancer for money. Any old music will do. And our version is, I'm your private driver, driver for money. Any old trip will do. As long as you pay me 100, I will drive you wherever. I'll be your private driver tonight. I'm your private driver. I drive for the hundreds. Another good day, my friends. Another good day. Another good day. Another good day. San Diego in the house. I'm your private driver. Driver for money. Any old fucking trip will do. Because as long as you pay me what I am worth, right? That's what the companies don't understand. They don't understand what your worth is, right? Katie Kim, do you understand a driver's worth? They're worth more than stealing wait time fees, right? So shout out to all of you. Much love from Cali. It's a beautiful day. We're ready for the weekend. Motivation. zombies have been around us here. It's been very, very entertaining. Super fun night on a Friday night with all of you. Robert's in the house. Righteous Safety Guides in the house. Dylan Gannon's in the house. Got a couple of zombie guests live. You saw the one zombie was live on our show, dude. He was on our show. He was hungry. Thank God he didn't fucking bite me. I want to get some fucking virus like The Last of Us. You know, that white shit that comes out of that fungus. Do you guys watch The Last of Us? Anyways, we're getting a little bit carried away here. You guys get the picture. Vehicle will automatically turn off. No, we don't want the vehicle to turn off. So we didn't have to do any zombie hunting. I didn't have to pull out my 9mm. Everything is good. Everything is safe. And I wish you all a great... You missed the zombies? J-Man from Orlando, Florida in the house. Shout out. Yes, Suburban. Go and get that Suburban, dude. Go buy it. So, rock on, everyone. Have an amazing weekend, and please stay safe, okay? Windows down, doors locked. Check it out, 360. Love you back, my friend. Keep yourself safe. If something doesn't feel right, don't engage. Don't let them in the car. Leave, right? You owe them no explanation. If your gut says this was not a good one, you leave. Please, I beg you. Be safe at all times. Be alert all times. Never, ever, ever let your guard down. Never. Go and make money, everyone. Drive safe. God bless you all. I'll be back this weekend with a lot of other videos. Take care, my friends. Much appreciated.